All right, we're in Army Single Face Industrial Acquisition Business website. The Army Single Face to Industry Preparation Submission of Synopsis for Federal Business Opportunities. We're on page 32. All right. Here is the requested data for your award notice. You have your class code, your national North American Industrial Classification Code, search and code, subject, method, project of selection per search field, your project number search field, your project list, your selected projects, your characters. Select the class code that is listed provided. This is required in field. If applicable, the North American Industrial Classification Code from the list provided. From the North American Industry Classification Code search field, scroll the North American Industrial Classification Code appropriate. North American Industry Classification Code is the optional field. Enter the subject in the required field may not exceed 236 characters. If you indicate the recovery action, you will see a project number search field. Use the field to enter the recovery action project number. This results in the recovery action project displayed under the project listing. Heading will scroll to the matching project number search field. If your particular project has no assigned number, you enter the not applicable in the project number search. So the field got to get listed a project that does not have project numbers. Okay, once your project is highlighted the project listing, you can double click the selected projects, and then you should be the project number, title, title in the selected project list. You may select the multi-projects if necessary. If the select the project in error, double click the entry in selected project list, and then click it, and then click remove project from the button to remove it. Your selected projects will be placed in the subject field. You will be in the result next to the page. Do not type recovery on the class code of the subject field. This will be done automatically. Okay, your recovery is written automatically for the description and is the accomplished other than using competitive procedures. The contract action was not awarded for the fixed price. 63,000 characters. Do not use all caps, or double quotes, or greater than and less than symbols. This is according to FACs 205-24 dated FBO. Depending on the solicitation, you may need a previous screen. You may provide it on the previous screen. You may provide your various options. Which will include the description field responses required for the options, including the asterisk. Sometimes are dislabeled with not applicable. Enter the description of maximum 63,000 characters. This required field. You have your award number amount, as in only numbers, commas, and periods. Recovery money, non-recovery funds. Contracting line in item number, award name, address, government agency URL, government URL description. Enter the enter the award number if the required field. Enter the award amount. The required field that contains only numbers, periods, and commas indicated the recovery action will enter the award amount of the recovery funds, non-recovery funds, if any fields. The amounts you enter in the two fields will be totaled in the amount of that from field transmitted to the federal business and non-recovery fund, if any. If the field is not a space or field is not a space or zero, the recovery non-recovery amount of awards identified in the description, which will be see preview for awarded entry. Enter the contract line. If the award applies to all items, then enter all. If the award applies to some items, enter the applicable number. For example, 39 through 13. Indicate the award applies in lines 9, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. In this required field, that may not exceed 35 characters. Enter award date. The required field could be a future date. Enter the award name and address. If required, may not exceed 400 characters. If you enter the cage code of the previous period, the award name and address will be pre-filled with the information on the contractor registration. Enter the government agency URL description fields, and you have website where you will display additional information for the posting of their optional. Using the continue button to review the announcement, you see award class code, national industry class code, your subject, your solicitation number, your description, your award amount, your award amount number, the contracting line number, the award and date, the award of the name, address, government agency URL, and government agency URL description. Click the back button if you need to change the announcement. Otherwise, click submit and button transmit the federal business operations. Multiple base notices, pre-solicitation sources, special notice, and combined are detected in solicitation. The following screen will display the contract specialist with the most selected with the most notice of awards intended for. Please select the notice for the posting you will be awarded. Source of pre-solicitation. Once awarded, described, and selected, and please press the continue button to transmit the announcement of the federal business. The screen above will appear to the multiple bases notices detected by the same solicitation number. You will receive a confirmation amount of the transmitted to the federal business ops, as well as directed the review and print to announce to the announcement at Federal Business Opportunities. The direct link announcement should be confirm information. The position of the federal business operation was successful. The page contains the posting and it can be printed on the record-keeping purposes. This is your solicitation, award solicitation noted for that were not posted on the federal business. Contracting award duplicate award number in the archives. Once you've corrected this problem, you will be recreating an award. Combined synopsis and solicitation. Alright, the request for adding data to the combined synopsis and solicitation number amount. Will you upload attachments with a posting in the recovery action? The solicitation is pre-populated with the contracting office of Department of Defense addressing activity center. You can change the necessary after the full solicitation number. You will upload the chat attachments with this notice. Click the yes button if the recovery investment. Click the yes button if yes is selected, and the 2 questions become available. The required response. If it is notice modifications to the orders or under vehicles with other than federal supply, general government-wide agency contracts or multi-agency contracts, please indicate yes or no. Is the notice modification to orders of the federal supply schedules or the government-wide agency contracts or multiple agency contracts? Please yes or no. Please yes or no. Yes, answer the 2 questions. Cannot be both. Yes, but they can be both. No. Click continue to move to the next page. Please enter your combined synopsis notice for the solicitation number. Your class code, your North American industry class code, search North American code. Subject with 235 characters allowed, no double spacings, greater than symbols, and do not enter the class code as the first entry in the subject. This is done automatically during the submission. You're set aside, if you're a small business, response date, month, and year. Select the class code from the listed provided. This required. This is applicable to the North American Industrial Classification Code from the list provided. You may also use the North American Industrial Classification Code to search the North American Industrial Classification Code list for the appropriate North American Industrial Classification Code. This is optional field. Enter the subject required. It may not exceed 236 paper characters. If you indicate the recovery action will CU project number, the search field, and use the field to enter the recovery act of the project number. The list of the recovery projects displayed under the project listing heading will scroll to the matching number where you enter the search field. Your particular number has been assigned. You enter the not applicable in the project number search field that gets this list of projects that don't have project numbers. Once your project is listed, the project project listing, you double click it and select the project button to select. You should see that set the project number in the selected project. You may select the project number if necessary. If the selected project number, double click the selected project list, click it, and then click it and the remove project to remove it. Your selected projects will be placed in the subject field where you result in the next page. Don't type recovery on class code of the subject field. This will be done for the automatically. Set aside code should be from the listed provided with not applicable. The response date with the required field must be greater than equal to a current date. You have your past performance and your description, your government agency URL, and description. Place of performance information defaults to the contracting office. Selected previously, you may change the if needed. If you change the field view, you may change the every field in the box. They are required fields. The description up to 63,000 characters is required in that field. Do not enter the required information on FARS Part 12.6. The combined synopsis and solicitation commercial items prepared in accordance with the format of Subpart 12.6 are supplemented with the additional information included as notice. The announcements constitute the only solicitation proposal requested for the written solicitation within will not be issued. This will be done for you automatically. You will see them previously with your synopsis. Use the continue button to review your preview your announcement. Preview your data before submitting Fedbill business operation. Your action code, your class code, your North American Industrial Classification code, your subject, your solicitation number, your set aside code, your response date, your place of performance description, and government agency URL and government URL description. Click the back button if you need to change the announcements. Otherwise, click the submit button to the Federal Business Operation. You will receive an information announcement transmitted on Federal Business Ops. Will direct the review print announcement of Federal Business. The direct link of the announcement should be confirmation for the post of the Federal Business Ops was successful in pertaining to the posting and is printed to the record-keeping purposes. You can find the post solicitation number as was transmitted to the Federal Business Ops may be viewed by clicking as on the following review and print. Review and print the posting of the FBO for your records, and no confirmation email will be sent to you. Unarchiving the Federal Business Operation posting. If you need to issue modification of synopsis posting, the posting will be active status of the Federal Business Opportunities. Your modification will be transferred to them. The synopsis posting is archived of the Federal Business Opportunities. Your modification will be rejected. Determine the archive status of the Federal Business Opportunities Advanced Search feature at fbo.gov/index questions equal opportunity and tab equal the search mode and equal the list. Enter your solicitation number to the full text solicitation number search field. Under the document search, select the archive document radio button. If the synopsis is displayed, if you need an unarchive it. Please enter the requested data for the unarchived Federal Business Operation posting. The solicitation number may contain only letters, numbers, and dashes. Awarded number and award number. The award number should only be used to unarchive an award. Note, if you are unsure of solicitation number or award number format previously, please visit the Federal Business Operation verification. On the page of the solicitation number or award of the archived posting, the award number should be entered to the unarchived archived posting, clicking the button to transmit the unarchived request for the Federal Business Opportunity. In the notice of the solicitation number, the award number entered that can be found by the archives of the Federal Business Opportunities, but the following message will be presented. There are no archives which match the solicitation number. If you have should in notice of archived the archive, please review the posting of the Federal Business Opportunities. If the message appears as a spelling solicitation number or the award number, check be the ensured correct. Check the spelling for corrections. If the spelling is incorrect, press the back button and re-enter the corrected code number. The spelling correct of the notice should be verified by the Federal Business Opportunities Archive following the directions given above. If the basis pre-solicitation sought out special notice combined detected with solicitation number that are in active state, the following screen will be displayed. A contractor specialist must select the notice should be unarchived. Please select the notice of the position would like to be unarchived. The drop-down will display any type of notice found in the archive state. Select the notice type, then press continue to transmit the unarchived to the Federal Business Opportunities. When receiving confirmation of your unarchived transmitted Federal Business as directed by the review and print, the announcement of the Federal Business Opportunity directed with the link of the announcement should be confirmation from the Federal Business Post. Federal Business Operation post was successful. The page containing the post can be printed for the reading keeping purposes. The unarchived solicitation was transmitted to the Federal Business may be reviewed on clicking the review and print. A new archive date has been set 7 days from today. Please submit the modification within 7 days of the time frame. Complete the modification time frame will resist all synapses being recovered for the archive status. Wait for the Federal Business Opportunity to make more each search synopsis posting easier. You're posting unarchived 7 days. Please modification within this time. Uploading attachments to synapses posting. Following the types of announcements to all the uploaded associated attachments. Source sought notice, modification pre-notice. Exception to modification pre-solicitation cannot contain attachments. Special notice exemptions, modification, special notice draft cannot contain attachments. Combined synopsis notice. For synopsis all allows attachments, we will see upload attachments with the posting on the page of the entering the solicitation. Please enter the requested source sought notice in the solicitation. Will you upload the attachments to the posting if the recovery reinvestment action of the is a yes or no? If the answer is yes to the question, you give the opportunity to upload the attachments that have been previewed. Your synopsis, your solicitation number, the text, and the uploaded text description of the file uploaded. You may upload 5 files at a time. The combined all size forces per upload may not exceed 10 megabytes. You'll be given an option to upload additional files if necessary. Enter the text description of 100 characters. Required field and file up to load. The field is entered. Use the browse button to you select the file, upload, observe the file name, file the restriction noted in the page. Click the upload files button to continue. Attachments was successfully uploaded. Please correct the correct option below the correct complete your synopsis. Upload an additional attachments to synopsis or complete posting. Uploading success and failure is displayed for each of the listed. If you're not corrected a file from the failed to upload, if you additional files upload, click up additional attachments to synopsis button. If you're picking the uploading, click the complete post. If you're through uploading files, click the complete posting button. If you receive the confirmation announcement has been transmitted to Federal Business Opportunities. Correction synopsis posting. If discovered the synopsis posting contains inaccurate, incomplete information, you should issue a modification previous notice to the correcting completion information. The modification previous notice does not always contain all the entry fields for some other notice types, which you need to modify entries as a note and it's not explicitly defined for the modification previous notices. Your description field to clearly identify the data, the correcting, and the changing. The following are the some examples of various positions modifying using the modification previous notice. If you use a synopsis under the wrong solicitation number, the modification previous and the correct solicitation number's direction field and indicates the solicitation number is incorrect, the solicitation is canceled. You should refer to the correct solicitation number if you reissue the synopsis. Modification previous notices does not contain all the fields. Award notices if you incorrect complete an award position as description field of the modification previous notice is the required information that needs correcting completion. Announcing a draft solicitation. If you need to provide a draft solicitation to the vendors which the announcement is extent for the use for your draft of the Federal Business Opportunities, use the following process. As in the Army Single Phase Industry homepage, acquisitionarmy.mil, use the ASFI government personnel link on the ASFI BI industry side. On the next page, select the Federal Business Opportunities announcement link and the pre-solicitation process. Click the accept of the standard military DoD notice and consent banner. Standard military DoD consent banner. You access the United States government information system and provides the United States government authorized use only. Using the information system includes the device attached to the system information system. You can follow the following in conditions. The U.S. routinely intercepts, monitors communications issues process, including but not limited to penetration, comms, USEC monitoring, network operation, defense, personal misconduct, law enforcement, or counterintelligence investigation. At any time, the U.S. standard government may inspect the seized data that's stored in the information system. Communication use the data stored, and there is no private subject to the routing, monitoring, interception may be concluded with the U.S. standard authorization government authorized purpose. The issue in secondary authentication access control to protect the U.S. standard government interest, not for the personal benefit privacy. Notwithstanding the using of the information system does not constitute the personal misconduct, law enforcement, or criminal investigation, searches, monitoring content of the privileged comments or privileged communications, work production related personal representation, service attorneys, psychotherapists, clergy, and their assistants, communications products, and privacy confidential U.S. government. Accept or do not accept. At the position of Army single-faced industry, application validates that they have been approved to access the government personnel only portions of the Army single-faced industry acquisition website. Also authorized to post the Federal Business Opposition Opportunities announcement. To announce the draft solicitation or if you need to modify the previous draft announcement posting, and answer the yes in the question below. You issue special notices of the drafting solicitation. The answer solicit yes or no, and continue or go back. Select the contracting posted office. Only the office approved for the posting announcement are available to select. Select the contracting posting office. Please enter your requested draft for your drafting solicitation announcement. The solicitation is pre-populated contracting of the DoD AAC. You can change the value if necessary. Enter your full solicitation number. If the recovery reinvestment action, click yes to the red button, radio button. If the yes is, two questions become available as a response. Notice of modification orders under the vehicles under the federal supply, general government-wide agency controls, and multi-agency contracts. Place yes or no. And if the notice of modification of federal supply schedules, government-wide agency contracts, or multi-agency contracts, please indicate yes or no. Yes, your answer above can only be yes. It cannot be both, but be yes. But both can be no. Click the continue button before the next page. If the special button does not exist, the sole solicitation number, a special entry for the displays, the special notice already exists, the solicitation notice, modification, previous notice, entry in the displays. This is a requested special notice on your requested data for your special notice, the class code, North American Industrial Classification Code, search, and code number, subject and description, and see the class code for the listed provided the required field. If applicable, North American Industrial Classification Code for the listed provided, you may select. Use the North American Industrial Classification Code to scroll the North American Industrial Classification Codes to appropriate North American Industrial Classification Code. This is an optional field, and enter the subject if the required for may not exceed 236 characters. Enter the description maximum of 63,000 characters of the required field. Click the continue button to review the announcement. Review the announcement submitting to the Federal Business Opportunities, your action code, class code, North American Industrial Classification Code, your subject solicitation number, and description. Back or submit. Back button if not changed to the announcement. Otherwise, click the submit button to transfer the Federal Business. When you will receive the confirmation announcement transmitted to the Federal Business Operation, a direct link to review the print announcement of Federal Business. Direct to the announcement should be confirmation posting of the Federal Business was successful. The page containing the posting can be printed with the recording purposes. If you already had posted a draft, then you enter the draft solicitation. If you already posted your draft solicitation, click the enter the draft solicitation button. Otherwise, you should return manual solicitation postings link of the Army single phase industry and government personnel link when you are ready to post your draft solicitation. After you're entering the draft solicitation on the button on the solicitation, enter the display, your solicitation number, the amendment number, the buyer information, buyer name, email, phone number, fax, solicitation amendment, effective date, and solicitation status. Set aside Federal Supply Code, North American Industrial Classification Code, search and code, and description now, and close the date. And after you supply draft solicitation information, click the continue to review and submit your solicitation. Please review the data before submitting an AF Army single-phase industrial system. Solicitation number, amendment number, buyer information, buyer name, email, phone number, fax, solicitation amendment, effective, solicitation status, set aside Federal Supply Code, National Industrial Classification Code, description, noun, and close date. Your drafting solicitation within the Federal Business Opportunities use the review, the print link to the review, the posting of the Federal Business Opportunities for the records. You use the attachment code, upload the draft links to document. Please refer to the master solicitation post available for the acquisition Army-ASFI-ASFI FAQ CFM if you have questions about using this, posting a manual solicitation, uploading a solicitation document. Fair opportunity limited justification. The contract number, your upload attachments, posting a recovery, reinvestment, and awardee page code. Contract is limited to 13 characters, and contracting number is limited to 13 characters length. If you do not wish to upload the attachments, click no radio button. If the recovery action is for yes, if the yes is selected, 2 questions may become available. The required responsibility is noted modification to usually under the vehicles federal supply government-wide action contracts, multiple agency contracts. Please indicate yes or no. If the notice of the modification other the federal supply company schedules the government-wide agency contracts or multiple agency contracts, please select yes. The awards of the 2 questions cannot be both yes, but they can be both no. If an awarded vendor the cage for the cage enter the award vendor cage code if you want to retrieve the award name's address and the central contractor registration. This is an optional field. The click continue button to the next button. If you indicate the recovery reinvestment action, the federal business opportunities page will appear similar to the screen image below. Requested of the Fair Opportunity Limited Source Justification Act of solicitation number. Classification code, North American Industrial Classification Code. Search and code, subject, method of search, project numbers, project listing, selected project, projects. Method 2, if you choose the method 2, the project implementation precisely is a policy dictates. Subject field, enter the project number, title, the format, the project number, XX title. Maximum 36 allowed characters. Select the class code the solicitor provided the required field. The National Industrial Classification Code listed and required that you may use the National Industrial Classification Code to field the National Industrial Classification Code list appropriately the National Industrial Classification Code. Enter the subject field. Enter the subject required fields may not exceed 236 characters. Indicate the recovery action. You see the project number. Search field. Use the field search recovery action. The number list of the recovery action displays the project listing heading of the scroll. The matching problems. Matching project numbers as you are set it. Search field. The project has been assigned the number. You can enter the North American Industrial and not applicable in the project number search field. To get the list projects that do not have the project numbers. Once your project is highlighted, the project listings list, you can double click on the selected project button to select it, then you see the project number and select the project numbers list. You select the multiple projects as necessary. If you select a project error, double click the entry selected project list and click on it, then click remove project from the remove button. Your selected projects will be placed in the subject field where you will see the result on the next page. Do not type recovery or class code in the subject field. This will be done automatically. Set aside code, description, and solicitation number. Set aside code for the listed above the field that falls to the North American, not applicable. This option in the field. Depending on the solicitation may be made on a previous screen, provided the various options, including the description field, response for pay required options, indicating the asterisk, some options displayed in the applicable. Enter the description up to a maximum of 63,000 characters. This is required field. Enter the solicitation number up to 13 characters in the optional field. Your justification authority, your delivery task order number, the modification number, if applicable, award number, the award date with the current pasted date. Your award name and address, maximum 400 characters allowed. Do not use all caps. Solicitation. Select the justification authority as listed for the required field. Enter the delivery task number order number up to 255 characters. This is required field. Enter the modification number up to 32 characters. Optional field. Enter the award number, award date, and the required field under the future date. Enter the award name and the address. The required field date may not exceed 400 characters. If you enter the valid cage code on the previous page, the award name and address will be pre-filled with the information central contractor registration. Enter the government agency URL and government agency's URL description fields in which you have website which display the information of the posting. They are optional. Use the continue button to review the announcements, your action classification, North American Industrial Classification Code for your data being submitted to the Federal Business Operation Code. Your set-aside code, description, the award number, the award date, the award name and address, the solicitation number, justification, authority for your task, order number, modification to your government agency URL, and government URL description. Click the back button if you needed to change the announcement. Otherwise, check the submit the button transmitted Federal Business Opportunities. When you receive the confirmation announcement transmitted to Federal Business Operations, direct link the review and print to announce the Federal Business Opportunities. Direct link to the announcement should be a confirmation posting on the Federal Business Opportunities book successful to contain the posting and printed with the recording, keeping, and processes. And once again, sir, this is part 2 of Army Single Phase Industry Preparation Submission of Synopsis Federal Business Opportunities.